With a yo-ho-ho, it's TaleOfTheToaster. Welcome back to Let's Play Inazuma 11 Go Chrono Stones Thunderflash. In this episode, we will be taking on Schemer Guile and his team, Perfect Cascade of Protocol Omega. These guys are seriously tough. So let's stock up on some hidden items before we get to the real venue. Which of course is here. Now we get the really intense music kicking in, because this could be the most difficult opponent we've had yet. But there's only one way to find out. There is a shop over to the bottom left, but he doesn't sell anything particularly different to what we've already had available to us. Big and Pa are going to be watching from the sides, as well as our managers. This is the goalkeeper, as seen by his green shirt. Let's get into the match with our Ecks. Our prime objective is your destruction. I do accept the terms and conditions. I have read my updated privacy policy. Now then, we actually need to have Fei, Saw and Bylong in the lineup. Not the kind of ones I would expect to see. I mean, Saw, yes, because he's the new character, but also Fei and Bylong are required. I have sorted this out in advance. That's the one I'm going to be going with. Arian off to the side a little bit, just to make things different. I want to put Goldie in the centre as well, because she's a versatile player who can play wherever she wants, so let's let her. She's got a new fighting spirit after all.
We needed 3 calamari like 15 minutes ago. It's busy. Don't just disappear again, okay?
Yeah, babe, sorry, I know.
Come on then, hop to... Did you listen to a word I said, doofus? Nothing ever changes.
Whoa, where on earth? Like, one moment I was chopping calamari, next thing I know I'm surrounded by dinos? Jawsome! Looks like Raimon are hoping to take down Perfect Cascade in a no-holds-barred revenge match. Sweet! RX, smash Raimon. Instruction received.
So that's Schemer Guile. Looks like he fancies himself as a bit of a hot shot, eh?
No need to worry, children. Not when you've got Clark von Wunderbar acting as coach. This is just the kind of tight spot which requires my very special strategic expertise. Indeed, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Pa say heapy, coach. What? Oh, this really takes the biscuit. Usurped by a primitive reptile.
Well, you're only a bear yourself.
Your recent training sessions have increased your probability of victory by 0.00001%. We challenge you to a match. Resistance is futile. Bring it on. You won't beat us again. Come on, everybody. We can do it. Can we? I don't know. We'll find out. For the time being, you want to be around level 36 to match them. Perfect Cascade. What a logo. I could see that on the end of a £50,000 car and it wouldn't look out of place. But as we said before, we're going to put Goldie in the middle. Bylong's required, but he's still off to the side for now, while we focus on other things. These are the players. They don't have particularly interesting bios at all. It's just something and is loyal to Schemer Guile, just usually talking about their placement. But the moves, of course, are good to see. Acrobatics, Crescent Cross, Inline Stampede, and Twin Sun Smash to be aware of. And this esteemed coach himself is mainly based on making their special tactics really, really good, at little deficit to everything else, actually. So he is genuinely a good coach here at Rock Square Stadium. Surf's up in Rock Square Stadium. Raimon are about to kick off their rematch against Perfect Cascade, and dude, am I stoked for this one. Alright, but of course a kickoff is never a kickoff. Where do we want to click today? Over there. You won't get the better of us this time, Perfect Cascade. It's on. Negative. Your defeat is imminent. Plasma Shadow activated. It is the latest in artificially generated fighting spirits from El Dorado. Your chances of victory against a team armed with fighting spirits of this level of power are close to 0.
Oh, they're too powerful. This might be the end of the line for us. Fei, don't give up. Look, I managed to find my fighting spirit, so an amazing player like you should be able to fight with everything you've got too. I'm already fighting with everything I've got. Are you sure?
Well, for now, they're not kidding about that whole close to 0% thing. RX is on full power, so all we can really do is stand aside and just let him have a shot on goal. It's going in no matter what you do, so at least that runs down a bit of his FSP quite significantly. That's the only positive we can make out of an instant goal. Certainly his very robot-y voice is not one of them. And it continues. We've got another player on full power. It's someone else this time, but it's not going to stop them. So he's going to bring out his fighting spirit, and I'm actually going to use this as a bit of a chance to get my own out. Goldie has Amaterasu, a defensive fighting spirit, which I want to get into play at some point at the very least, so we might as well bring it out now. But yeah, we've got another goal to go first. So C is going to use Shoot Command FS08. It looks quite menacing. To stop that, we would need to Miximax JP and bring out his fighting spirit. As intended. Well, it was intended on my part as well, if that's any consolation. We needn't worry about impacting the future in this era. There are plenty of resources around here just waiting to be exploited.
What? That dino's surging at Raimon like a whitewater wave. Don't think I'd want to try and hang 10 on that gnarly dude.
Look at his eyes. It's been brainwashed.
That's not fair. Whoa!
Big? He's helping us.
Looks like you did it, Big. You just carried on, even though you missed your mom so much. I know what we have to do now, Big. Let's do this. Together.
And that, of course, means we need to fill the advance gauge, and oh, we're going to lose possession straight away. I've got Fighting Spirit Goldie nearby, but she's not the one actually doing the duel. Now, fair enough, Victor. Thankfully, I gave him Seal Matrix a little while ago, so finally we bring that into effect. Don't be getting into a spirit duel with RX. That's a little too much for you right now, Goldie. You are actually able to score in this situation, but we are 2 goals down, so you have to wonder how useful it would even be, but certainly we're going to go for a shot right now and at least try to bring things towards level. Amaterasu, I love the shooting animation. Well, I mean, she does that animation for everything, of course. But Goldie is actually able to get a goal there for us, and I think she's just about got enough FSP to steal the ball back in this situation. So maybe now I'm willing to get into a spirit duel with C. Can I use Aurora Arrow, or are we going to lose to the slightly healthier Plasma Shadow? Oh, we're in there. That's fantastic. Aurora Arrow is a beautiful little move. And Goldie's Fighting Spirit is pretty much going to be all gone now, but it's certainly served its purpose.
Fei! I think you've still got a bit more power tucked away that you aren't using. You need to look to the future yourself, just like you told Big to. Fei, I know you can use fighting spirits and Armify. If there was ever a time to use them, it's now. How do you know that? What's holding you back, Fei? What is it? I can't. Fei, answer me! Why won't you use your fighting spirit? Why won't you fight with your full strength?
Daddy's not coming back. Maybe he gave you to me because he was going to leave me alone.
It brings back painful memories, opens up old wounds. But Sarabi is a really powerful fighting spirit, Fei, and he's pretty cute too. How can he make you think of bad things?
Goldie, how could you possibly know about him?
We're all giving it everything we've got for the sake of the team. Me, Big, everyone. We're all your friends, Fei. We're giving it our all so we can protect football.
Protect football?
Are you starting to get it now? Come on, show us all what you can do.
My fighting spirit. What was I thinking? Everyone's out there, giving it everything they have, and I'm holding back. I know what to do now, Goldie. It's time to make a stand, like Big and everyone else on the team. Here I go!
Whoa! What's this? Fei Rune unleashes a totally bodacious bunny bro! Where'd he pull that from?
You did it, Fei! You summoned your fighting spirit! Big, you did it! You knocked him out cold!
If I'm not mistaken, conditions could be just right for a you-know-what. Fei, Big, get yourselves ready. Miximax, activate! Mix to the max!
Big, thank you. I'm going to battle on with the help of your power.
You have achieved a significant increase in strength. However, it will not be enough to defeat us.
You think this is all I have? You haven't seen the half of it. Okay, Sir Rabbit. It's going to be tough, but I need your help again. For the sake of my friends. Let's see, Night Sir Rabbit. Horrify!
No way, man! Fei Rune's armor his fighting spirit in one great leap!
Fei! I didn't know you could armor fight. That's awesome. I wasn't trying to hide it or anything. It's just there was a reason why I didn't want to use it. It's okay, Fei. We can't let ourselves be eaten now. I'm captain, and it's my job to make sure we get out of this fix somehow.
So, Fei can do a lot of things now.
You can do it, Fei.
Before the start of that cutscene, Fei could not... he had his little Miximax, but other than that, he was just completely locked off from fighting spirits, and now he can armorify Sir Rabi, as well as having a stronger Miximax with Big, and the three at once is a powerful, powerful force. I'm going to show you Fangtasmagoria, his new special move made possible through the use of Big. It obviously looks pretty much the same as his last one, but with blue now and a better dinosaur in the background. And the strength, needless to say, is significantly higher. Fei has definitely gotten himself a exponential power increase here, and a completely different appearance too. Goal! Fei Rune blast home a totally tubular point for Raimon. Growl!
See, Fei, you just needed a little push, and I'll be behind you, always.
That's a pretty dramatic personality change from you, Goldie, it has to be said. Like, you've very much been a carefree, do what you like, but play football and be cute in the process kind of last so far, but suddenly that's a lot of knowledge about Fei that she suddenly just dropped there, and yeah, good commitment, but it certainly helped us out. Her own fighting spirit, of course, Amaterasu, is going to be pretty much out of the picture. So I would say the next one who really needs to get involved is Saw, because he's already got Jabberwock. We actually cannot score here, unfortunately. Once you get up to 2-2, the goalkeeper goes into full power mode to stop you from getting ahead. Because, after all, this is still a difficult match. So you kind of want to avoid using Fei now, as weird as it is to say, just to make his fighting spirit and his Miximax last a little longer when... You know, he's clearly the best player we've got right now, but he cannot do anything more for us until the second half, just because we're locked off from scoring goals. So for the time being, let's just run out Goldie's fighting spirit, because it's not really going to serve any purpose. But Sir Rabbi, so of course, they don't say it directly, but clearly it brings back painful memories for him, because it's been inspired by the bunny rabbit that his parents have left him with before he was abandoned. But sure enough, we went through over half the game without him telling us that he could do that. Not exactly being a key player there, Fei. You know, you could have brought that out just a little bit earlier. But nevertheless, he's now caught up with our team, and we've remedied the issue that I brought up before, where despite Fei being like main character number 2, he wasn't actually that good compared to the other players we were using. I need to take a bit more care here, actually, because I'm kind of letting Perfect Cascade run up the field somewhat. Well, alright. I pressed the spirit button so that Jabberwock could, Jag Warrior, it's not from Star Wars, is he? So that Jag Warrior could steal the ball, but apparently Saw just did that one automatically. He of course has a defensive move. Fine, let's just show it off. Kick it back to them so that I can take it with Hunter's Spear. Well, that just burst the ball and ruined everything. We've got to run down a whole 5 minutes here. Like, I get why this full power thing is in place, because you don't want to be building up a massive lead on Perfect Cascade. You know, canonically they're meant to be a challenge and whatnot, but this is quite a lot of time I've got to run down by doing absolutely nothing in Inazuma 11. And this is all time where they could be scoring against us, but we can't be scoring on them, so I am just running around, making sure that Saw has absolutely no stamina left to play with. I've basically taken him back to his own area of the pitch voluntarily. This guy didn't even know how to play football until a few episodes ago. Football doesn't exist in this guy's time period, but suddenly he's running rings around every single other player on the pitch, both his opponent and teammates. We sure taught this guy well through his education program that's in the time capsule and other convenient excuses for why Dino Boy can speak.
Whoa! This football match, best in whole world! Pa, you like match too?
If you don't mind me saying, you two look tickled pink by all this football. I'd say you're right for a Miximax. Get ready, Saw.
Huh?
So, Saw can mix and match with his dad, a flying dinosaur. And he can use Pterodactyl Swoop, so that's we need to get rid of his fighting spirit before we can see that, because he certainly can't armorify. With new player Saw's Mega Mondo Miximax, Raimon are harnessing a radical groundswell. Can they turn it around in the second half?
Guys, where's the second half? Did Tale of the Toaster end the video again? This keeps happening in every chapter. Just learn how to do an outro, for heaven's sake.